Hello students, today I am going to discuss class 6 English Honeysuckle book poem number 7, that is Vocation. And this poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore. Okay students, now let us discuss this poem. Through my video I am going to discuss the text of the poem, and I will also try to explain the word meanings also here. First of all, let us see the small introduction of the poem. See, this poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore and displays a child's yearnings. Yes, yearnings means a child ki desires and wishes. It speaks about how a child is unaware of the harshness connected to daily life and gets attracted to various things in life. Okay students, किस तरह से एक बच्चा छोटी छोटी चीज़ों से आकर्षित हो जाता है, but he does not know what are the hardships those people are facing. First of all, I just want to tell you about the word meaning of vocation. Vocation means professions. अलग अलग जैसे टीचर्स, a profession of a teacher is to teach, profession of a vegetable seller is to sell vegetables, then profession of a tailor is to stitch the clothes. So these are known as vocation. Now see, this is the first passage of the poem. Here, see, when the gong sounds 10 in the morning. Yes, gong. Gong means an object made of metal which gives sound when struck. Okay? And I walk to school by our lane. Every day I meet the hawker crying. Crying means shouting. Okay? Bangles, crystal bangles. See students, when gong. Gong आप एक ऐसा ऑब्जेक्ट होता है जिसके ऊपर अगर स्ट्राइक किया जाए, it gives out a sound. Now the narrator or the poet is a small child. He is a school going child, and the time of his going to school is 10 o'clock in the morning, and when he goes, daily he meets one hawker, and that hawker was just shouting bangles, crystal bangles, means that hawker is selling bangles. Now see, here hawker is a person who travels and shouts to sell goods, and crystal means a jewel which looks clear and transparent like eyes. Vendor, a street salesman. Okay students, now see, this is the second stanza. There is nothing to hurry him on. There is no road he must take, no place he must go to, no time when he must come home. Yes, कोई time नहीं है उसका. Okay, nothing to hurry him on. He is in no hurry. There is no road he must take. कोई ऐसा कोई special road नहीं है जहाँ मन चाहे चला जाता है. No place he must go to, no time when he must come home. और कोई स्पेशल टाइम भी नहीं है कि उसके घर आने का, जब उसका मन चाहता आ जाता है. बट बीइंग स्मॉल चिल्ड्रन स्टूडेंट्स, यू नीड टू कम होम इन टाइम. अगर आप टाइम से नहीं आते, यू गेट स्कोल्डिंग फ्रॉम योर पेरेंट्स. येस, so means you have to be in time, you have to be punctual being a student. But now this small child is seeing that there is no play, there is no limit of time for these vendors. Means whatever they want they do, they have freedom. So this child is attracted by the freedom of these people. See, now this is next stanza. I wish I were a hawker, spending my day in the road, crying bangles, crystal bangles. So here this poet, this child, small child is making a wish कि काश मैं भी एक hawker होता, and I would spend my time just roaming here and there and just crying bangles, crystal bangles. He was so impressed. See students, here I have mentioned some detail of this lines. Thus he was so impressed by his freedom that he wished to be a hawker himself. He wished to move freely and shout just like him in the streets. Yes, now next stanza is, when at 4, see, this is the next stanza. When at 4 in the afternoon I come back from school. The school I can see through the gate of that house, the gardener digging the ground. So 4 o'clock. What is the time of returning the student from the school? It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I can see through the gate of that house. कहते मैं उस वो वहाँ से जा रहा है बच्चा, और एक घर के बाहर उसने देखा गेट में से, ही सॉ गार्डनर डिगिंग द ग्राउंड. यस, डिगिंग क्या होता है ये दिया हुआ बेटा, इसका मीनिंग भी यहाँ पर. डिगिंग मीन्स ब्रेक अप द सॉइल और अर्थ विद हैंड्स और टूल्स. यस, मिट्टी को खोदना. खोद कर गार्डनर, what is the work of the gardener? To plant more trees, to sow the seeds and to rear the plants. So this child is very much impressed by this gardener, the profession of this gardener, as he thinks that he is free to do anything. He is free to do whatever he likes. ठीक है, तो वो इनसे बड़ा इम्प्रेस हो रहा है गार्डनर से. सी what are the reasons behind this, why he wants to be a gardener. See, when at 4 in the afternoon I come back from the school, I can see through the gate of that house the gardener digging the ground. This is the same stanza here. I have already discussed it. See, now why this student wanted that he should be a gardener, or he wished to be a gardener. Why? He does what he likes with his spade. He soils his clothes with dust. Nobody takes him to task if he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. Yes, कहता है कि वो जो चाहे अपने स्पेड से करता है. ही सॉइल्स हिज क्लोथ्स. सॉइल्स हिज क्लोथ्स मीन्स मिट्टी से अपने क्लोथ्स को वो पूरा गंदा भी कर सकता है. बट योर पेरेंट्स नेवर अलाउ यू टू सॉइल योर क्लोथ्स. अगर आप गंदी यूनिफॉर्म करके आते हैं, यू गेट स्कोल्डिंग फ्रॉम योर मदर. अभी कल ही तो धोई थी, आज ही तुम इतना गंदा करके आ गए. सो दीज आर सम कमेंट्स विच यू रिसीव. But he is watching that this gardener is free to do whatever he wants. He soils his clothes with dust. Nobody takes him to this task if he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. हाँ, अगर वो सन में घूम रहा है, अगर वो गीला भी हो रहा है पानी से, nobody is asking there. I wish I were a gardener digging away at the garden with nobody to stop me from digging. Yes, कहती कि मैं भी काश गार्डनर होता और मन चाहा वहाँ पर अपना ये जो अपना जो डिगिंग है ये काम करता और मज़े से वहाँ पे मिट्टी से खेलता. So this is the wish of the student. He wants to be a gardener. He wishes to be a hawker. Okay, because he is still a small child and he is not aware of the hardships faced by these people. इन लोगों को क्या मुश्किलें आती हैं, he doesn't know, he don't know. He is just impressed just by seeing them. He is impressed by them. So he wishes himself to be these people. Now see students, now see, just as it gets dark in the evening and my mother sends me to bed. This is next stanza. I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. Yes, a watchman ka, what is the time of coming of the watchman? Yes, normally watchman comes in the night. So when mother of this student, of this child sends him to bed to sleep, window से वो देखता है कि watchman आ गया. The lane is dark and lonely and the street lamps stands like a giant. Yes, giant क्या होता है? Imaginary superhuman. ठीक है, एक बड़ा सा भूत आप बोल सकते हो, एक बड़ा सा दैत्य. So see, the lane means वो रास्ता, वो street is dark and lonely. Nobody is there outside. Okay, everybody is inside their houses and they are sleeping. But he sees that only watchman is free to move, where in the night he is moving freely with his lantern. वो उसने एक लालटेन लेकर, और कहता है उसकी जो लालटेन है ना वो कैसी दिख रही है, लाइक अ रेड आई इन इट्स हेड. कहते ऐसे लगता है जैसे एक बड़ा सा जायंट वो अपने साथ लेकर घूम रहा है. नाउ सी स्टूडेंट्स, द वॉचमैन स्विंग्स हिज लैंटर्न एंड वॉक्स. अब वो अपने लैंटर्न को बड़े आसानी से इस तरह से मूव कर रहा है. स्विंग होता है ना, जैसे झूला चलता है. एंड वॉक्स विद हिज शैडो एट हिज साइड, साथ में उसकी परछाई भी है. एंड नेवर वंस गोज टू बेड इन हिज लाइफ. और नाउ दिस इज़ अ स्मॉल चाइल्ड. वो उसको पता है कि रात को सभी सोते हैं. अगर वॉचमैन रात को घूम रहा है, इट मीन्स वो तो कभी सोता ही नहीं होगा. मीन्स दिस वॉचमैन नेवर स्लीप्स. नाउ दिस इज़ द थिंकिंग ऑफ द स्टूडेंट दैट वॉचमैन इज़ अ सुपर ह्यूमन. कभी सोता नहीं है. यस, यहाँ पे देखिए बेटा दिया हुआ है स्विंग्स टू मूव फ्रॉम वन साइड टू अनदर. नाउ सी, He would move his lamp from one side to another. His shadow was also visible on his side while he walked. The child thought that the watchman would never have slept at night all his life. Now see. अब लास्ट में क्या है? I wish I were a watchman walking the street. Now, child is thinking, gosh, I wish if I were a watchman in the street, all night chasing the shadows with my lantern. Because students, children, your parents never allow you to go out in the night. Never you are not allowed to go out in the streets, and your parents will not allow to wander here and there in the night. Okay? So, this child want to wander there, and he is just feeling jealous of watchman that he is free to move anywhere and I am not. ओके तो वो ये सब कुछ सोच रहा है बच्चा, तो ये सारी चीज़ें उसके दिमाग में चल रही हैं कि एंड ही विशेस टू बी व्हाट, he wishes to be a hawker, bangle seller, and after that he wishes to be a gardener, okay, and after that he wishes to be a watchman. So these are some vocations, these are some professions, and this child is not aware about the hardships of these vocations, and he just wishes to be, because he just thinks that all these people are making merry, they are just enjoying their life, and he wanted to be all these, he wanted to adopt all these professions just to enjoy. वो ये सोच रहा है कि मैं भी अगर ऐसा बनता हूँ तो मैं भी enjoy करूँगा. So students, now I think that I have tried to discuss each and everything with you. I hope you all have understood. Thank you, students.